can they build trust? This is a question. After the planning part is done, the product definition, the pricing, everything is ready. Then they have to think about how their money-making activities are in compliance with the amount of trust that they can build in people so that they're willing to buy from them.
Well, if you've got a new business and a new product and you want to create trust, the best thing you can do is create content. Go online, create valuable content around your product services, educate people, demonstrate you're an expert, make sure that content is then going into the eyeballs of the people that need to see it. And when you're prospecting, prospect and demonstrate to people when you prospect them that you've got content and you are an expert, and let them see that. And so a lot of people don't do that. They just have the product, have the service, try and get some leads, try and close the leads, work by word of mouth, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't work. It's like, that's not how you grow a business. Now, on top of that, if you've got potential clients to sell to and you're starting from scratch, my advice would be to get on the phone and start calling people. There couldn't be a better time on this planet to make phone calls than right now. Everyone's at home.
People will respond to the calls in that way? Will they be warming up towards getting something from people if they're making a cold call for a sale?
Right now, yes.
At the moment,
okay, because right now, because people are answering their phones right now. And so I'm not a fan of cold calling. Don't get me wrong. I don't think cold calling is the solution. I believe that building a reputation, building out a referral opportunity for yourself and your clients is important. But if you're starting from scratch and you've got nothing, get on the phone and start talking to people. They'll answer the phone. But talk to them about, how you can bring value to them. Don't talk to them about how you can sell them something. Talk to them, find out what their problems are and bring solutions to their problems.
Yes. In my experience in all these years, I've learned that people might not care too much about the price, but they will definitely think about the value that comes with it. They'll think about your position as a brand first. They might not care about the price as much as the position that you are at.
That's partially true. People will always focus on value over cost or price. And if you get into a price war, then whoever you're in a price war with, it's going to be a race to the bottom anyway. Because that it'll end up being prohibitive to then produce the product, because someone will produce it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. The Chinese destroyed manufacturing in many parts of the world because they were able to keep taking that race to the bottom, taking it down and down and down. So you've got to be focused on the value you bring. And again, it's not the value that you think you bring. It has to be the value that the marketplace says that you bring. That's why this research is so important to get done in the first place.
Yeah. So as you mentioned before, money-making activities are very important. And we, so far in our conversation, identified one money-making activity to be picking up your phone and calling people to educate them about your brand so that they understand the value of it. So what do you recommend other activities as money-making activities that can work during this period for SMEs?
Pick an industry for me. Let's take an example. Which industry would you like to choose? What product would you like to choose? Pick something.
We can choose, let's say, coaching.
Coaching. Okay. How does an SME, how does a coach, a one-man band, a solopreneur, how does he get clients? Well, first of all, you have to be very careful if you want to be a coach, because there's a load of people out there that are trying to be coaches that are not able to teach anybody much. There's life coaches in their 20s. It's like, what are you doing? There's people that are coaching thinking that if you're going to coach someone to make $1 million, by golly, by gosh, you better show them you've been able to do that. All right. You've got to coach people to be able to build a business. You better prove that you can do that. And I don't mean fancy nonsense, fabricated textbook stuff. I mean, genuinely, have you built a successful business? And if you haven't, what right have you got, or who do you think you are trying to teach somebody else to do it? What, because you've read the manuals, and you've read the manuals on how to build a business. You've read the manuals on how to coach people to build a business, but you've never built a business yourself. So that's my first thing is there. Okay, get real. Okay, you're going to be found out and found wanting very quickly. I don't teach people how to build, houses. I don't teach people how to build property portfolios. It's not what I do. It's not my area of expertise. Okay. I teach people how to sell because I know how to do that. And I've got a track record and I can demonstrate that I've done it. Okay. So if I'm going to talk to people about becoming millionaires, okay, I can prove that because I did it. If I talk to people about becoming a multimillionaire, guess what? I can prove it because I did it. And I don't mean that to, sit there and blow my own trumpet. It doesn't matter what it is. All right. And Matt, it's like, you've got to understand. So if you want to build a business as a coach, you've got to take into consideration that social media is critical. It literally is critical now. So if you have been able to do what you're trying to teach yourself, good. There's your first tick. Okay. Second tick, okay, has got to be based around the content you produce across all social media channels. And if you say to yourself, oh, I'm not very good at it, I'm uncomfortable with it, I don't like the camera, I don't look good on the camera, well, you lose. You don't live in a world where you can say that anymore.
Seriously,
you lose.
Yes.
You just lose.
Yes, because you're not directly in touch with the audience. They are not looking at you. They're not listening to you. They don't find you anywhere. They find perhaps some images and some texts from you, and that's not going to work. It will not have the impact that you need to build. So yes, you're absolutely right.
God knows how many female coaches out there that have the most beautiful Instagram pages. They have the most beautiful Instagram page, lovely photographs of them sat at a desk in a shopping center, in a restaurant, wherever it may be, all glamorous and lovely and very elegant. And it's like, so what? Someone taught me something once. They said, if somebody can say so what to what you're doing, then it isn't having an impact. And I thought that was really interesting, So produce valuable content. Go live every day. Go live once a week. Like I do. I produce content every single Sunday night. You see me go live on Facebook and Instagram. And I help people for free. All I'm doing is building up my audience, building up the value I bring to the audience, creating trust with those people so that they will consider doing business with me in the future. On top of that, I'm producing content nearly every day that goes out across my social media, including still images, including written word. It's not just all about video. I'm creating content constantly to make sure that I've got people's attention, number one, and number two, they can see I'm bringing value. Another thing that you've got to make sure that you can do to make money is to understand that rejection is part of the game. All right. You're going to get rejection. You're going to get people that say no. And so I see it like this. Out of 100 people, 30 people love you. They think you're great. Okay. 30 people hate your guts and 40 people couldn't give a shit. So the 40 that couldn't give a shit, there's nothing you can do with them. They just don't care. They're not interested. So they're just getting on with their stuff. The 30 that love you, obviously, they're on your side. And so they're going to be champions of you. And then you're going to do business with those people. But the interesting group is the 30 that hate your guts. Because why are they telling you they hate your guts? Why are they bothering to tell you, I hate you? Why would you bother? The reason you do it is because that person wants your attention.
And I feel that they can be changed, like their opinion can be modified.
Hey, deal with every hater with empathy. Deal with every hater face on. Okay, and I guarantee you, those 30 people that hate you, there's a big chunk of them in there that actually will become your clients. So don't underestimate the power of haters. Really, don't underestimate them. So create content, valuable content consistently. It's really important you're consistent. Okay, don't care about what everyone thinks. Don't worry about producing too much content because not everyone sees all of your posts and all of your stuff. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, just keep producing content. Understand the platforms that work best for you, but I would use all platforms. At the moment, the engagement rate on LinkedIn is off the charts. But again, okay, you need to know how to use it. TikTok is growing at a rate of knots like nothing we've ever seen before in social media. It's growing like crazy.
Even on Instagram, the engagement is pretty much, it's more than it was last month. And even the month before that, it's growing like anything at the moment.
That's only because everyone's at home staring at social media. Okay, also, if you're a coach, what's your online product? What product do you sell online?
I'm not a coach.
Okay. No, I'm not saying you're a coach. I'm saying even if you are a coach, even if somebody is a coach, what are they doing with their online product service sales? Do they have an online offering? Do they offer online coaching? Do they have an online program? Because this is an industry that's going to blossom because more and more people are going to realize that they don't need to go to work every day. And more people are going to realize that this is a great way of communicating and learning. So what is your online strategy? And it's important to understand that too. So in terms of sales tips, build out a content strategy, be relentless with it. You can then generate leads on the back of your content strategy. All right. So build out your content and then you can start running ads to generate leads.
Yes.
You know, I'm on Zoom at the moment, 12 hours a day, and I'm doing a lot of work, a lot of stuff I'm doing for free. I'm going into companies. I was at a company this morning. There were 75 people on the Zoom call, and I just educated them for an hour. And after educating those 75 people for an hour, some of them don't really care. Some of them hated it and some of them loved it. And if I can convert the 30% that loved it out of the 75, I've got a chunk of new clients. What's that? 75, 15, 21, 24, 23, 24 people, okay, that are now becoming my clients. So understand that you have to sometimes invest a load of time into producing stuff and bring in value, and sometimes do it without an actual cash return initially, and a longer benefit by being patient.